difficulties there. Can't have too much, yeah, don't want to disadvantage anyone unfairly there. Not that I assume anyone would be cheating. Alright, so
I think everyone else is busy playing their matches anyway.
Yeah, yes, very true.
Hopefully no one's finished by now. That'd be a bit too quick.
Yeah, that would be definite face roll. Alright, so ciLmi chooses to stay on the Warlock, and now we have a Druid coming out from Tommy.
It's the same one we saw from the first game, which he did lose with.
That's right.
Looks like he might be having a similar issue this game though. He's already got a lot of buffers and not enough minions to be buffing up.
Yeah, definitely.
Drawing another Power Wild. I think he's going to have exactly the same issue as last game. Last time he played this deck, actually.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I wonder his thought patterns coming into this. I wonder if he thought this was going to be one of his stronger decks or whatnot. I will be actually very interested once this tournament's completed to hear from people about what went well and what didn't, and if they thought, you know, if they're happy with how their decks performed or whatnot.
The starting looks like a disaster for Tommy. Right now, ciLmi's already got 2 Demon Fires buffing up his Voidwalker. He's going to be able to break through the Eclipse on turn 4 if he chooses to.
Or is he just going to go Spellbreaker? And
I think he's just going to hold the board and keep the board for the foreseeable future.
Yeah. All right. So I wonder where he's obviously taking a fair bit of time thinking out this turn. What do you think he's weighing up the pros and cons here of doing? So I
think he's deciding whether he wants to Soulfire or not, and for this case he loses for Spellbreaker, but on the other hand he could have simply discarded a Flame Elemental. I think he did make the correct call though, using the Spellbreaker there.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely didn't silence what I thought he was going to silence.
You thought he was going to go for the Direwolf?
Yeah. And I thought he did silence the Direwolf. He did silence the Direwolf.
He did silence.
Yeah, I thought he was going to silence the Taunt.
Ah.
So many possibilities.
We see Hook's Reaver coming from ciLmi. He's probably still going to play it, even though he's not going to get the full value from it, just to keep the tempo up.
Yeah, and he's having versed this deck before. Perhaps he might be feeling a bit more emboldened, having seen the issue that it may have.
So many possibilities.
And looks like he's going to have that issue again. He's only got Stand Up Chain Gang in hand. It looks like that ciLmi's going to be able to keep the board clear again.
It's going to be very frustrating for Tommy.
No minions on the board, not able to use the buffs. And he's facing down a lot of damage next turn, 13 coming from the board of ciLmi right now.
Oh yes. Oh, that. Am I right in saying that's a pretty good draw for him right now?
That's a very good draw. We didn't see any sort of removal from Tommy last time he brought this deck out. I don't think he's going to have an answer to this.
Yeah. Which we can see. Definitely not.
Yep, right now, his hand is just full buffs and potentially 3-2 Panthers, which is nowhere near enough to deal with what we're seeing from ciLmi right now.
For sure. Could... Oh, yeah. I was like, he's taking a while. Is he maybe thinking about tapping? But he just, really thorough. Really making sure he wanted to do that. Oh, that's not going to do it either.
Did another buffer. He's got nothing to buff up though.
Yep.
Ends up having to use the Power of the Wilds. Buffing him up with Marker Wild, that's not enough.
Not at all.
Cobalt Librarian might be able to draw into the other Soulfire, which would be lethal.
Yes.
Instead, he gets the other Hooked Reaver. Still nowhere near the 15 health requirement.
Not at all. I guess now we know why
That's
he
not-
has so much burn in his deck for himself.
Yep, the Pit Lords are starting to make sense. But either way, huge board from the side of ciLmi. Vicious Fledging for good measure, though I
Yeah.
don't think that's going to get its effects off at all this game.
No, I think he...
Glacial Shard is not enough at all.
Well played.
And he sees it too. Gonna go for a bit of suicide, is he? Yep.
Going to go down fighting at least.
Alright. So there we go. Scores are ciLmi 2-1 now. Alright.
Seen both a Tempo Vogue and a Warlock from ciLmi. I imagine his third deck will also be aggro.
Yeah. Definitely probably going to be the big theme of the night for sure. Alright, so here we go. We are now loading back in. Come on, computer, I believe in you. Don't crash now. Alright. Okay, so we have a priest.
Seeing Priest from both of them.
Both of them. Interesting, yeah.
I think ciLmi is running the fabled Silence Priest. We
Should
saw
be
a glimpse
fun.
of a Silence there before the Mulligan happened.
Ah, yep. Oh,
I'm
that's,
expecting to see some Ancient Watches coming out from him. On the other side, it looks like Implying's going for a Divine Spirit in a Fire combo deck.
It seems like a pretty... I think that's a pretty solid choice.
There we
for
do.
this time.
There we have it. We have the Divine Spirit, we have the Inner Fire, we have Shadow Visions to find more of them. Doesn't actually find either of those with the first one. Powered Shield's good. It's
Yeah.
acceptable for though.
Hmm.
And the question is, will ciLmi see what's coming?
I guess we're about to find out. Alright, so... Yeah. I'm choosing to... I don't know
He's
what
probably
choosing
going to drop
do.
the Tar Creeper.
Yep. Just go face then?
ciLmi does indeed have Antis Foot with the Powered Shield and the Young Pyromantis effect.
Of course, yes, that's right.
Very strong card on Priest, that one. We're seeing both of them have chosen to use Shadow Visions as their epic of choice. We've seen one apiece from both of them so far. We've seen a Young Pyromantis coming out from ciLmi as well.
That's right, and we haven't really seen anything from Tommy yet. Still holding that up his sleeve. Well, unintentionally, but...
I wonder if ciLmi will eventually notice that these two cards on the left-hand side of Tommy's hand are going to remain the same for a while.
yeah.
Quite a lot of draw coming out of that Acolyte Pen. However, it's going to end up being a full trade. In fact, it won't even be a full trade. Tommy's going to be able to heal up his own Northshire.
Yes.
And we're seeing it in a fire from ciLmi as well.
Okay.
They might just be running the same deck, actually.
Interesting. I didn't think we would see similar decks, especially when they pulled out Priest. I actually didn't think we'd see Priest at all, to be honest. How about you?
I completely overlooked the fact that Divine Spirit and Infire are both common, which makes it the only combo deck you can really play in this format.
Very true.
Obviously, things like Shadowwalk, things like Malagos, Mind Blast, they're not possible. Legendaries are not allowed here.
That's right. That's right.
But when you're dealing with Little World's commons like those two cards, absolutely allowed in this format. And probably going to be very good if they can survive long enough.
Yes. How do you think these Priest decks would go against some of the more aggressive decks out there?
I think it's going to rely on a lot of draw. We've seen the Young Pyromancer on the side of ciLmi, which should be pretty effective against lots of the aggro decks.
That's true.
But so far, Tommy's purely relied as Tar Creeper, and as we saw from the last two games, the big taunts for Quick Taunt and Tar Creeper aren't necessarily enough.
That's right. Okay, going with his
He's going for it, however, ciLmi does have the answer. He has the
yeah,
silence.
he's got the silence, exactly. He's going
Tommy
to be
is
punished.
not going to be happy with this. That's 15-12 Northshire, about to lose quite a lot.
Mm. These decks, do they have are they, I imagine they're very reliant on that combo to actually finish players
Absolutely.
off.
Generally, that's all that these decks have, so Tommy in a way might have jumped the gun there, going for it already.
Mm.
Normally they like to wait for their Storm and Knight in order to get all four at once.
Yeah, of course.
That's normally the colour choice, having 5 health and charge, and fairly low cost of 4 mana.
It's true. Okay, it's not going for the silence straight away. Doing its
Looks
own
like we're getting
fire.
a smaller Fire on the side of ciLmi, just going for the 5/5. All he really needs.
That's right. I feel
No
like
answer yet from the side of implying. Tommy rather.
yeah, I feel like ciLmi's playstyle is he's a bit more conservative. He's definitely not greedy. He likes to bide his time. A little bit of BM
Now
there.
we're seeing the Divine Spirits come out from him.
All right. We'll be hoping to get something. Oh yeah.
Seeing the Divine Spirits. There is another silence in the deck almost assuredly. And he has 2 Shadow Visions in the hand. Going for it again.
Very
But I imagine
ballsy.
it's just going to be the game when it fails. And I think it will fail.
There we go. I've been corrected in chat. I'm saying it is ciLmi, not ciLmi. So my apologies. ciLmi.
ciLmi.
Yes. Oops. It's just
Not going for the Shadow Vision straight away to look for the silence. I think that's interesting considering that both Identifiers being played, if he finds the silence, he almost always wins this game.
yeah, all of the combo bits are gone now, aren't they?
Yep, both Identifiers used, both Shadow Visions are used, even if that wasn't the case, he wouldn't be able to find any more Identifiers. Instead, we're just looking for defense in the form of a 4/6, which not the best stat line against a 6/5.
Yeah. Perhaps knowing that so much stuff, like those key pieces have been used in Tommy's deck, maybe he's not afraid to take a bit of damage, knowing that once he's
Maybe.
handled it.
But now he does have to answer for Injured Blade Master too, which is already a 5/8.
It's very nice. Swing back.
See a Quartz Elemental in ciLmi's deck.
Nice
Has
choice.
some synergy with the silences if it's not against other pesky inner fire priests.
yes.
Most silence on the first Shadow Visions, running a lot of other spells. Of course, the Divine Shield inner fire, but also Powered Shield and Identified Elixir.
Yes, very nice.
He might be in trouble actually if he doesn't find the other silence, because that's a very fast board from the side of Tommy.
For sure. Puts down the quartz elemental.
We see another Divine Spirit and a Fire combo on the side of ciLmi, and he has an 8 health minion on the board. 9 health now with Shadow Ascent. He might be able to get it.
So what have we got here? We've got an Elixir of Hope. Give your minion, return this minion to your hand.
It looks like these guys are actually running the exact same deck list. They're both running for elixirs. They're both running for Divine Spirit and Fire.
Yeah.
Seems very similar decks right now. Oh, I'm waiting for a Quartz Elemental to appear on top of Tommy's deck.
Yeah, exactly. Interesting. I definitely wasn't expecting mirrors, but like you said, it's one of the few combo decks that's probably.
I was expecting mirrors, but I didn't think we'd see this sort of mirror. I was expecting a sort of Warlock versus Warlock mirror.
Yeah. Maybe some face hunters for old time's sake.
Maybe, but a lot of their power does come in for theirs, which they're not allowed many of.
True that.
So I think other decks will be stronger. But right now, very strong boards from Tommy, 6-6 and a 7-4. Unless ciLmi's running, well, he can't even run the Psychic Scream, except that would be a third epic, so
Yeah.
he's going to struggle to have an answer to this.
Eek. Could we go down to
None
a
of those three
tiebreaker?
answers. The silence does help though.
Definitely. But which one does he silence?
But I think he
Guessing-
could have used those silence about 3 turns ago though.
Yeah, a little bit too late there.
But Tommy is very much all in on this current board, and his entire position of his tournament is dependent on it sticking on the board,
Yeah, for
not
sure.
being cleared out.
For sure. How do you think his druid would go against this priest deck, though? All comes down to the
In
hand,
the case that he
doesn't it?
wins,
Yeah.
I think that it's going to depend how easily ciLmi is able to clear it up, because both times we've seen the druid deck lose, it's because he has to be able to keep the board in order to get his buffs off.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that this priest deck's not fast enough in order to clear all of the board.
Let's see. Okay. Well, he's got all the combo pieces, but nothing to really put them on.
There's something you can put it on. Injured Blademaster will be able to get that up to a 28-28.
Nothing to scoff at. And-
Almost lethal as well. Of course, Tommy would be able to use the hero power if needed to survive.
Yes. He's also got his divine hymn as well.
His max health is 30, so that to run
that's
him
true.
isn't going to be too much
Too
of
much
use.
health. That's true. It can heal his other stuff though, doesn't it?
Yes, doesn't save him from dying to the
Oh yeah, that's
scary
true.
Injured Blademaster though.
Good point. This is why I have co-casters. And my co-casters, all I'm really doing is just adding some flavour to your actual decent analysis. Alright, so he's going to do it.
He has no other choice really. He's going to try and
True.
race him down with his own Injured Blademaster. Just by looking at what's on the board, I think he's going to be able to do it.
Nice.
There we are, 28-28 on the side of
There
ciLmi.
we go. I'm running a little bit behind. I've only just seen the second one go off now and the rope's just fizzling at the end.
Acolyte of Pain is not going to be much of an answer. He will be able to draw one card off it with Young Pyro. But as of right now, Tommy has 2 turns to live. And ciLmi has 3 turns.
It's looking pretty good. What does he get?
That is
Ah.
the perfect answer though, in the form of a silence.
Oh, so lucky.
There goes ciLmi's perfect top deck. There's the quartz element I was talking about before.
Yep.
And this game's very much going to go to Tommy. ciLmi too far behind, lost his full combo pretty much, only has the Unifier.
And there he goes,
Going to
giving
game
it
number
up.
5.
So, yes. Alright. So,
Token Druid versus the Combo Priest. I think that Tommy's going to have the advantage in this one.
yes. And I was going to say at the start of this, I didn't think that would be the case. I thought ciLmi was going to be sitting pretty. Alright, so we're straight into it. Let's just update these scores here. Alright. Pretty
No
confident.
Young Paramount in the starting hand of ciLmi. He's going to really be wanting to look for that.
Definitely.
Obviously going to have no answer to it. However, Tommy's hand's looking a lot sturdier than the previous 2 games. We've seen the Diamond for the first time.
2 now. Much-
Second Diamond. If he
Right.
draws a buff card, he's going to be in a very good spot. No real answer from ciLmi. He's just got his Tower Creeper, and we've seen that in previous games not be enough.
No.
And there it is, Soul of the Forest, giving him a second board in the case it gets cleared.
He's going to be
But
pretty chuffed with that.
I don't see any of these Diamols or the Iron Square as well. I don't see any of these dying before the Soul of the Forest comes out.
Way to go. Alright, so...
Divine Hymn does offer some control for ciLmi, but I don't think it's going to be able to handle the buffs when they start coming out because they're going to come very fast, come turn 5, turn 6.
Alrighty, so let's have a look here. Sorry, I was just doing some admin in the background there. We've had one no-show, so Blitz will automatically advance to the semi-final. I feel bad. From memory, I think Blitz had to... Did he auto-advance last time too? Maybe it was the time before.
Nope, last game, well, everyone turned up, I believe.
Ah, that's right, yeah. I might be thinking the one before. The Tar Creeper. Nice of me. So does he just go Soul right now and not even worry about the Tar Creeper, or nope, goes Fledgling?
He wants to get his Fletching, he wants that buffed up by his Fungabanter next turn. He wants to try and punch on through.
Ah, yes.
I think if ciLmi Divine Spirits as Tower Creeper, he might be able to hold the line though.
Good
It'll
call.
be very hard to get through a 4-12 if you don't have a silence and you don't have a hard removal.
It's true, and I don't think we saw any silences on the side of Tommy. I think it was ciLmi who had the spell breakers.
Indeed, his Warlock deck ran a few of them. Stupid silence or some of the taunts stopping his 4-mana 7/7 from walking their way to victory.
uh, okay, so he doesn't go. He decides to just leave the Tar Creeper as is. Did he leave the Tar Creeper as is? Yes.
I think that's a pretty big mistake, not helping the Tower Creeper out.
Oh, especially
Tommy's
now
had
that
to
he got
punch
the
through his 5/5 Fledgling, gets the win Fury.
Oh, and
Probably gonna go for the 3 health now.
Oh, okay. I guess now it can't be
He's
silenced.
We do find perfect draw from him in a fire, going to be able to clear that out. We'll be able to heal it up with a circle of healing afterwards. Very back and forth game.
Just what you want in a tiebreaker.
Yeah, perfect finisher to the series.
I bet he would have liked that Savage Roar a turn ago. Okay. Okay, so he gets the Elixir of Hope as well, so it'll return the Alkalite to hand if he opts to go that way. So he's also got the Injured Blade
This would
Master.
be a pretty good time to throw down the Quartz Elemental.
Very true.
Going to be able to keep control of the board. We do see the Savage Roar from Tommy as his last card. Don't think he's going to have quite enough burst to make that work though.
Okay. Very reliant on these Injured Blade Masters. That's kind of what we saw Tommy do last game as well, wasn't it? That was the target of choice for the Elixir.
Yes, probably one of the best cards to get back on its own. Better than something like a Northshire Cleric.
Very true.
Going for a Savage Roar straight away. Presumably going to go for the face, not going to bother with dealing with Injured Blade Master, it's just coming back.
Yeah, I guess he figures he's on the clock now, huh?
Well, he doesn't actually have too much rewards left. He only has 6 damage. Already starting to lose it. ciLmi's just going to start healing up. I think he might be able to hold on.
Yeah. So we don't really, I don't think we saw any card draw or anything like that in Tommy's deck.
I
That'll
don't
be-
think... The only thing he might be running is Vath, but I don't know, I can't think of any card draw that deck might be running.
Throws out a random owl. ciLmi is playing pretty... He was pretty convinced he was doing what he was doing just
Elixir
then.
of Life is a huge draw for him. Life Steal should be able to easily lock down this game.
What would be the best target for that one? Do you think it's the elemental or?
I think it'll be the Blade Master. I think the Elemental should just be reserved for the hopeful inner five that comes.
Ah, of course.
Doesn't he go for getting for 8 damage Life Steal? I don't see how Tommy can break through with only 1 card a turn.
I agree.
And Vicious Sledging will not be enough.
Well played.
And he knows it.
Not quite lethal, but I don't see any top deck he can
There
get.
we
So
go. So,
those decide to
that's
concede.
it.
3-2 win for ciLmi.
Yes. Well played. It's a